All right, good morning. We just had some technical problems. I think we are fine and ready to go. And thank you for joining us for the marketing automation and the personalization presentation. We are just around, I can see, moving up around 20 persons for the webinars, and I had checked the list on people that are attending, and I see, quite good mix of people, coming from different kind of industries. Mostly I can see that people are coming from the business to business, but just to give you a general feedback on the automation opportunities, we see that automation is relevant for a lot of industries. So I will, in the presentation, of course, not try to cover so much if it's business to business or business to consumer, because actually what we see is that the complexity of the buying and the acceptance process that we want to have a dialogue with our clients is actually more relevant if we can use and benefit from marketing automation than trying to look at it as a traditional business or to business to consumer application. We see a lot of clients using automation for many different kind of reasons. We have a quite large pharmaceutical industry client that has just finished off a highly complex and personalized loyalty program where they really try to focus in building good relations with their clients. We have quite interesting a very large Danish organization where they have worked with marketing automation for the last 3 years. That has given marketing an opportunity to prove that they can actually be more efficient in the way they are supporting and driving the sales process, more efficient than the traditional way of going to the client and delivering them messages and building relations. They have actually shown the organization the proof of concept that they can be more efficient than the traditional sales organization. So marketing actually has the budget to optimize the sales process. So from my point of view, we see marketing automation can be used for a lot of things to personalize and optimize the dialogue with the clients, but actually also be more efficient in the way we are using our existing sales organization. I can back this up that the Forrester just released a quite interesting view on that this is not only increase an oracle for that is focused on this market. IBM just made a huge investment in technology and also just bought a quite large consultancy agency where they're really trying to take over this market. And I can see that of course in the people that's attending the webinar today, we see a lot of people coming, of course, from the marketing function in the organization, and not to scare anyone, but just to also refer what Forrester is saying, that if you are not as a marketeer in the next coming years are not aware of marketing automation, that means probably not that you have to work with the technology, but the way of working, the way of looking at sales and marketing more process oriented than in just traditionally spray and pay communication. You will get challenged from your organization in the efficiency of the way that you are dialoguing with your clients, but also the way that we are spending the resources in the organization to support the sales. So I hope I have given you a quite strong introduction in why should this webinar be interested for you personally and also for your organization. But let me try to give you a view on how we are moving forward on the presentation. So I will give you a short introduction on Increase, and then where we're coming from and where we're heading, and just point out 1, 2, 3 challenges that we see on the reason why this should be interested, because there is actually things that's driving this towards more efficiency in the dialogue we have with our clients and the efficiency that we need to do with the sales organization. Then I will briefly run you through the Eloqua solution. It's not going to be a technical dialogue. It's just going to be a conceptual run through on the opportunities there is in this platform, and also, of course, share with you what things that you can get out of a platform like this, and talk about how we can be more personalized with our clients, because actually what we see sorry, that we need to improve is that we see a shift in the relations with our clients. Traditionally, we saw the relation was built through the sales and the personal contact we had with our sales organization. But actually, what we see right now that is not possible anymore, because the buying center around a client is moving out in the organization for a salesman to try to cover the influence people and the actually guy that is responsible for the sign to cover this all these people. It's totally impossible if you don't have a support from marketing and supporting them with technology that's able to spot who is actually in the market right now. And then I'll just share with you some of the things that we have for next step. If you want to keep on, joining us on the road to be knowing what marketing automation can be. Myself, I'm one of the 2 partners for Increase. Worked in sales and marketing for more than 25 years. Actually, my competence in this is actually coming from sales, but have worked with marketing for the last 4 or 5 years with our clients, and it's quite strange for a salesperson to really recognize that our job is changing, and we have to be more efficient in the way we are working with our clients. It's hard to say, but I will say that that is the truth. So just to give you a short background on Increase, we've been for the last 7 years on a road to where we are now, where we actually came from just supporting and helping mainly the IT industry to be more efficient in the way they are handling their leads, making qualified leads. And 5 years ago, we found out that to be more efficient with our clients, we need to document the result that we did, and we reached out to see if there were technology that can support with this. Found that there was a quite interesting technology in Eloqua, and we decided to take that on board. And for the last 5 years, we've been working with clients and also with the competencies in our own organization to really be specialists in implementing and executing the platform. So today we sit with all the competencies that's necessary for a client to be efficient in marketing automation, and that's very much competencies in consultancy, but also in the technical area, where we see data architects and integrate specialists that really has to understand how we can have data going through the different kind of systems. I will come back to that later. And to just brag a little bit, so actually we are the second highest certified partner in the Nordic, and we the second partners in Europe, but the highest satisfied in Scandinavia, and we are reaching out for the clients in the Nordic market. So this is where we as an organization are moving forward. Just to give you an idea that we see a lot of clients interested in having a partner that can execute and roll out the the things that we work with them throughout the world. So we have a global reach, and we are working with a partner. It's called BBN Networks, where they are located in 16 countries and 27 locations, and they are covering more than 1,000 employees. And we're supporting them in the technology that they need for their clients, but they are also supporting us in rolling out big international clients that want to move forward on this instant. So what is it that we actually want to do with our clients? It's actually to be more efficient in the dialogues we have with our clients, and we have built a concept around this. It's called the technology-enabled contact strategy. And it's simple to understand the journey that the client is going through. We need to understand the phases that the client is going through to be more efficient in the way we are, providing them with the answers that they are asking themselves in the area of the interest phase, or where they are evaluating different kind of solutions. We need to be more efficient in the way we are addressing these questions that they have, and that is the concept we have built around this, that the technology-enabled contact strategy. And then this is what we think is necessary for all organizations to have with their clients to make sure that they are covering all the questionnaires that the clients have in terms of how they're moving forward in the buying process. So let's move forward a little bit and try to see what is actually the thing that is moving this forward. It is not because we decided to do it. It is that there is some major challenging going on, and that is that the customer's buying process has forever changed for an online buying process. And there is many analyses around this, but all from 50 to 70% of the interest phase for a business-to-business client is gathering the information that they need before they actually do a buy. So gathering all the information that they need in terms of making decision and trying to understand what they need to buy, that is done from an online channel. And I think that if you try to challenge yourself and think what did you do last time that you bought a quite big personal thing or a business thing, I think that you will recognize that you have been in and out different kind of websites to try to cover and get as much information as possible. So when you get closer to the actually dialogue with your existing supplier or a new supplier, you are more aware of the things that you need to try to cover to do the best decision for yourself and for your organization. So that is actually the reason why this has changed. So we see that a lot of the information that all the people that are in the buying process are going through different kind of online opportunities to gather a lot of information. So that's the one thing. If you look at a second thing that is making a big impact on why should automation be interesting for your organization, that we see a lot of departments focus on having dialogue with the clients. You see customer service, you see sales, you see marketing, you see product information, you see a lot of areas in the different organizations where we actually have a dialogue with the clients. We have many different systems. We have the all kind of systems that's bringing data in onto our clients, and the data is exploding. But actually we don't see a lot of clients really understand what do they want to do with the data they have on their clients. How can we generate more profit on the data we have on our clients? And that's one of the reasons that we need to get marketing involved in terms of trying to challenge especially sales in how can they support sales in being more efficient. And a lot of time we do workshops with sales and marketing to discuss what is a qualified lead. And I'll tell you, there can be some quite interesting dialogues we have with them, because sales will try to challenge marketing in terms of that they get a lot of leads, but that the quality is not always the quality they need. And marketing is sometimes looking at some sales organization and not thinking that they are efficient enough in following up on the leads. And the reason for that is, of course, that the handshake between what is a qualified lead between sales and marketing has never really been defined. And I think that is one of the things that we could get a lot out of if we sit together and try to discuss what is a qualified lead for the organization. But there's also, I think, the new magic is that since that this is very data driven, and that marketing needs to have the right data to do the right segmentation and to be more relevant and more personalized with the dialogue they have with their clients, they need to involve IT in this dialogue. Because in the future, if IT is not supporting this, it will be a tool that's run by sales and marketing, but actually IT is a very important player in this area. So we need to have the dialogue with the IT. And I think it's very important for marketing and sales trying to get IT to understand what is the upside on this, because otherwise sometimes it can look like a big hassle to get a lot of these systems to work together. And I think when we talk about IT, I think they really have the key to bringing the relevant data to the marketeers. And what we see is that we have a lot of data on our clients, as I said before. We have, of course, the data running from the CRM system. We have the buying history. We have the email marketing knowledge that we have on our clients. We have a lot of things that we know from our clients from the CMS system, also some social. We have external data that we can buy, and we have all the websites, the downloads, the webinars, and all the other activities we do in the market. But what we really need is actually a system where we can gather all this information to maintain, the total review and the picture on what is this client interested. So we see this is a second challenge that we need to work on. And then is the third thing, is the new black, is that we see that we need to build better relations with our clients. And trying to emphasize this, we try to put up a scenario. I think it's known for most of us. Is if we meet the one that we love, we start finding out what is the what opportunities do we have. If we see that there's anyone that should be interested, we might do some invitation and see if it could be something that we can work out. Invite them on a date. If that turns out great, we fall in love. We might even go to some kind of engagement, and then we move to the marriage. I think everyone is probably familiar with this. But if you try to put this in the context of how we want to move forward with the relations with our client, we see that this is actually some of the same areas that we have to do to really do good relations with our clients. So we have the online tracking, we have relevant content, we do some profiling, we do some presenting, we bring them maybe here in the area where sales is coming in to do an offer, and then of course we make a contract. And where we see a lot of organizations today are communicating with the website, and in general communication we are telling them a lot, what can you benefit if you became a customer in our organization. So we are presenting all the opportunities, and we are also trying to give them good offers, cheap offers. But actually what we want in the future is to try to move our communication a little back in the buying process. We need to create more relevant. We need to invite more people in. We need to try to find out what are you interested in, and then move forward in the process, because I think when you get down to the end where you have make a decision, you really have to earn your relations that the client is taking you for the right choice for the organization. And I think that's quite interesting, because if you look at the way sales are trying to optimize their time, they're trying to be, building these relations, but it's a very cost and heavily strong process for them to do that in an organization where you see a lot of influence people in the buying process. So we see marketing needs to take over the relation with the client to make sure that we are as efficient as possible when we get in the presenting and the offer and the contract, because that has to be done by a person, and probably cannot in most business to business areas cannot be done by marketing. So we need to create digital customer profiles, we need to consolidate our data, and we need to personalize, and we need to optimize the relations that we have with our clients. I think that's the major three things that I think we need to do. So to have a quick a short look into the platform. This is a platform that actually is driven to build more digital profiles. So we need to find out what is this client interested in. So the Eloqua crowd solution is very focused on building knowledge about your clients, because when you know something about your clients, you can start to do more personalized and more segmentation communication. It's not moving forward. Here you go. So that is giving us the opportunity as marketeers. If you have digital profile on your clients, you can move away from doing a traditional January, February, March campaign where we actually drive dialogue with the clients, but we don't know where they are in the buying process. So normally we track on open rate, blogs, downloads, social referrals, open rate, click rates, and these things. But that is not giving us a total picture on how many prospects are actually in the market for this, because you can hit me with a certain messages in January, but actually I'm in the market, but I'm not reacting on the message that you brought to me, because I am much further in the buying process and actually was not relevant for the dialogue. So what we need is gathering information on all the platforms that we own to try to build a digital profile. And the efficiency in this is that you can get tools that you can get integrated into the CRM system where the relation to the clients are sitting, so they can have a 360-degree picture over what is this client interested in. So Lasse, for example, you can see how many websites that he's been on, how many forms that he's been downloading, how many emails he's been looking into, what he's been writing on his Twitter account, or what is coming from his Google search string. And you can, even in a customer relation center, you can sit down and see exactly the pages he's been on, what he's been writing, what is the activity on the emails he's been downloading, and that is all available in an integration into a CRM system where the client is feeling that they are talking to someone that's really knowing them, and of course increasing the efficiency in the sales organization. So just to move back a little bit on how we can be more efficient in the dialogue with our clients is, if we take the presence that we do online, we need to be more personalized in our communication. And that means that if you come to a web page and you have been there a few times, and we can see that you are looking at the same time on different elements, we can guide you to new relevant personalized content that we think that could be interested for you in the process where you are. So if you've been on the same page quite some times, we can move you down to a certain area where we think that it could be relevant for you to look into. And that is of course giving the opportunity to based on the demographic things, we can actually be the message around the behavior you have done for the last things that you've been touching on the online traffic. So you can take the demographic things, and you can combine that with the behavior and the action, the things that you've been interested in right now, and of course bring more personalized segmentation and messaging to the client. So to do that, to be more personalized, to be more relevant, you need to automate this. If you don't do that, I think the efficiency in your organization will be challenged. So you need to find a way where you can bring in technology that can build up programs where this is automated. And that is a view into the platform where we have built a dialogue program around how we are moving our own clients forward in the areas of marketing automation. But this, that's like I said earlier, can be used for B2B, for B2C, but it's a matter of a complexity of the messages we bring to the client. So that can be used for welcome programming, re-engagement, renewal, up and cross-selling, loyalty program, nurturing, generally seminars, webinars, handling lead generation. So it's just a matter of thinking this into the process of optimizing the dialogue with the clients or optimizing the support for the sales organization. And through that, you start communicating more relevant, more segmented with your clients, because it's based on the actions that you have done for the last things that you touched on with the dialogue program. You're increasing, of course, the knowledge about the potential customer. You know what to show them, and give them the opportunity to really finding out that we are talking to them as an individual person, and we are really taking care of what they are interested in. And that is done from of course from the platform, and that is all for the target and segmentation. Yes, yeah. So what we see, to try to sum it up a little bit on this, is so we create digital customer profiling, we consolidate data and personalize and automation. This is actually just brought in one platform. They are handling this, so this is actually a container of all the information that you have on the clients, coming from a lot of different kind of systems, where you can sit as a marketeer, sit down and take all this information and try to build relevant dialogues with your clients and automate this into efficiency in your daily work. So to move forward on this, if you think that this could be of any interest in your organization, we offer to come out and do a presentation like we have done here. But we want to do it with your sales and your marketing organization, but also bring in IT in and try to cover the business opportunity that you have. It depends on how many people we bring in, but it's a half or a whole day workshop where we're trying to identify the opportunity you have in your sales and your marketing process, and try to bring down from a vision down to actually where are the low-hanging fruits that we need to cover to do a business case that way you can move forward on a technology like this and try to build your competences in your organization in moving forward in marketing automation. If you think that you will try to learn more, we'll have some opportunities for you to download our big guide for the lead nurturing, but also generally go on our websites, look at the blogs that we have, and you can of course test our own dialogue program in the way we are taking our own medicine. The next webinar we are having is the 19th of March, where we are trying to put some spotlight on in lead nurturing. How do we work with that? What is the efficiency of lead nurturing? And if you want to register here, you can do it on this address. And for the Nordic speaking tendency, we have the Nordic App Cloud Days coming up in Oslo and Copenhagen, and we have Inspiration Friday for the people in Oslo, the 28th, and you can have a short presentation and joining up. We have 6-7 business cases that we try to cover up there, and it could be quite interesting if we can see some people up in Norway. So to sum it up, so I hope you have enjoyed the presentation. I think that that hopefully you will get inspired in terms of getting more knowledge about how marketing automation can support your organization, and hopefully also giving you a clear picture on the reasons why this should be of interest in your organization. So thank you for joining us, and hope to see you soon back in some of our events. Have a great day.